Hello, this is Vance. This is Wednesday, November the 1st, 2017. These are CL trades for today using the Sloan method for price action. 15 minutes before the open, just a real quick summary about what I've seen. Have been around for a couple of weeks, going to 3 weeks, maybe close to that. I'll give a better update later on today, but rest assured that I've still got some recordings and some other information that's going to be coming out as far as trading oil is concerned, so don't worry about that. But I just wanted to do a quick update today, particularly with the lift above the $50 mark as far as oil is concerned. We've had a pretty strong market over the course of the last week, above $50. This was the API report. You can see prices yesterday at 430. There was a drawdown of 5.1 million barrels, and overnight prices kind of moved its way up, touched 55.22. It's pulled back somewhat to now, so now it's 8:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're just at the $55 mark. So maybe prices can take a lift, but it's also day for the DOE report. See if that confirms or is somewhat confirms what the API report as far as drawdown is concerned yesterday. And if it is, we might have maybe even above a run on $56. But we've had a fairly strong move up on the overnight. And of course, we've got right now we've got a little bit of rotation or a little bit of capitulation right now prior to the oil market open, the pit open. Now, so I'm looking for two opportunities today. I mean, of course, as we get closer to 10:30, the report, see how price responds to that. See how the market responds right at 9 o'clock. I'm going to wait and see about that, but I'll do an update later on. Rest assured that kind of a difficult day to really make any assumptions on because of the fact that, again, it is the DOE report's a news day. But it does appear that oil has found some traction above the $50 mark, and that may continue to move higher. If the Middle East still kind of holds on to the restrictions as far as reduce or production levels, keeping them at the same levels, and if we have a further weakening or pulling of rigs out of the United States going idle, then it may bode well for oil prices in the not too distant future. So we'll have to see what the report is today and then go from there. But remember, we only trade in the short term. We're not really concerned about what's going to happen next year, the year after. I mean, it's something to keep an eye on. However, we are more interested in the day-to-day movements of the pricing of oil and see how that's influenced by the geopolitical situation. Anyway, that's it for now. Just as a quick update, you got two options. Obviously, we'll see how prices. Keep in mind, at 10:30, so it's just before 9 o'clock, price could either move higher or price could move the wrong thing. Let me just move this here. Price could either move higher or price could even more lower, depending on where you are. And if we have a tight range prior to the news report, you have to wait out. Usually, prices will start moving sideways 45 minutes before the report. And then, of course, because of the volatility of the report, probably a good idea to wait at least a few minutes to kind of see what the direction is, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. But use your own judgment with regard to when to step into the market after that. I mean, that is the difficulty. I think it's the most difficult thing is to try to anticipate movements around news reports like the DOE report because of the fact that it has a significant influence of on prices in the real short term. And if you're using a fairly tight stop, like a 15-tick stop, which is fairly tight, considering the movement of the instrument, you could get taken out fairly quickly. So that's something to keep in mind. So again, I'll talk a little bit later on, see how things transpired. Keep in mind some of the things I've said, and I'll have a more consistent update of price movements as we go forward. I've got a few more videos that I've got in the can that I'm going to publish, or at least the raw footage anyway, so I have to edit some of the stuff that I've taken over the last little while, but I've been pretty busy with some other endeavors, and so now hopefully I'll be back on a much more regular basis going forward, at least to the end of the year. So thanks for watching. This is Vance. Bye for now.